Are we live?
Mm.
Oh. Man, that's the amateur's mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Always ask. Is the camera on? Let me see. My subscriptions do not tell me you are live. Ooh, you're live.
Look at that cute photo.
Putting on ads.
Hey, click on that ad so we can get paid.
Okay. Here it is. Hey, one person's watching. I guess it's me.
Oh man.
Oh, it's Jackie. What's up, Jackie? Hey.
Is that Jackie M?
Yes, it is.
What's
Ooh.
up, Jackie?
He knew even without looking.
I know Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, Vicky, hola. ¿Cómo estás, Vicky?
What's up, Josh?
I love how we have people from all over the world who all come together in one place. It's really fun. And seeing all the different languages, I love it.
Yeah.
I love languages.
Billy says hola. Hola.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Jackie.
How you guys doing? How you guys
Jose.
doing with the whole craziness going on?
Right.
You guys staying safe?
Yeah. I wonder how it is in other countries. Here in Korea, should we just update people in Korea?
Yeah, we'll wait for more people to trickle
Okay,
in.
because it's always on the forefront of everyone's mind.
Yeah, for sure.
How's the sound? The window is slightly open. Is it too noisy? I guess, is it okay?
No, it's probably okay. Yeah, guys, let us know if you have any audio issues, and I'll adjust as we go along.
Bien, Vicky.
Of course, Jackie M is from North Carolina. Which part of North Carolina were you from again? Was it near the near High Point or Greensboro? Please remind me. Jackie is doing well.
Here's one of our
Ramadan.
French subs here.
Okay.
I look like a ghost.
Ramadan during lockdown. That must be interesting for you guys.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Ramadan, lockdown, and then of course Vicky, she's saying in lockdown. It's very strange. Wait, we should still wait, right? I keep trying to jump ahead.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
We can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got a handful of people in here. Now we just roll with it.
Oh, good morning from Belgium.
Audio is good. Awesome.
Okay, some people in California. Okay, North Carolina.
Elizabeth City. Okay. So you're up north.
Okay.
Cool.
So it'll be interesting to hear what people have to say, honestly.
Yeah. So Cali, Seal Beach.
California.
Do you know Seal Beach?
No, I heard that they had opened the beaches.
Yeah.
And then just tons of people came flooding out and they closed them.
Oh man.
Right.
We got a lot to talk about today. Thanks, heart donations. Yo, I still got the bedhead going on. I'm not gonna lie. I took a shower last night, but I didn't take a shower. Usually I take showers in the mornings and sometimes at night if I feel like I need to. But I'm gonna go work out after the stream, so that's why. But thank you. Yeah, people are trying to storm the beaches. I know in Florida, people just, I guess it's just innate within Floridians. You just gotta like go to the beach, no matter what.
The ocean is calling you?
It is, yeah. And like when I went to Miami, what was it? Almost 3 years ago now. I can understand. I can understand why.
You wanna go to the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami Beach was nice. But if you ever go to Miami Beach and you're on South Beach, which is, I guess, one of the main beaches or beach areas, that's where, like, whenever you see Miami on TV shows or movies,
that's what
they always show South Beach. Be careful because one time, me and my roommate, we got conned into, I say conned, it was our fault. We got conned into paying $300 for a meal for 2 people.
It wasn't conned. It wasn't conned.
They didn't have the prices on the menu. We were feeling good, and we were just like, yo, whatever. And I have it in my vlog, so you guys could see.
What would you like on the menu? And you just said yes.
Yeah. They were like, they had like some sort of like deal on cocktails or something like that. $300.
Was it worth it?
No. And like, I mean, it was paella, which was really good, but it was like, I would say just average, very average. So just be aware of that if you go to Miami.
I went to Miami once, and that was to visit my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my second cousin.
Yeah.
Twice removed. It was nice. I don't remember any beaches though.
Yeah, the beaches are nice.
Well,
very
I
nice
won't go
in
now.
Miami.
I'll have to wait.
Yeah. What's up, Jay?
Is Jay in here?
Not that Jay. Another Jay. I mean, it could be that Jay. He says he's a big fan from the U.S.
Jeez, bro.
But Jay's in Korea, so. Cam is up in here. What's up, Seth?
Cam. Okay.
Yeah, Jackie, yeah. Cali for a convention. You probably want to stay out of Cali right now, right?
Right.
I think NC's doing okay because, you know, my family's from NC right now. Or they're living in NC.
I'm sorry, I keep thinking of things I want to say. You can go.
As I was saying.
Yeah.
No, my family's doing, they're doing okay. They don't seem to have nearly as many cases as like some of the other states, Cali, especially New York City.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay, this is the thing I wanted to say. Maryland.
Maryland?
Okay, Marylanders.
What about Maryland?
Their governor is married to a Korean woman.
Oh, that lady, yeah.
Yeah, and they use their connections and their hookups to get test kits from South Korea.
That's dope.
Come on, that's awesome.
That's dope.
I mean, if you look at it on one hand, it's very frustrating to think like, oh, this is the route you had to take. But on the other hand, I feel quite proud, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you gotta do. You gotta like use your resources.
That's my motto.
Even if it's your own ethnicity. So, yeah.
I love that though. Korea's like taking care of people even outside of the country borders. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. Do we want to update people on what's happening here?
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Let me see. There was something I wanted to respond to real quick. Oh yeah, trams. Yeah, I do know Pop.
Oh, Pop, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we connected more so recently, and I don't know if you've seen. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the interview on his channel. Both of us, we were on it.
You hit me kind of hard.
Sorry. Both of us were on it, and also one of the more recent videos we did on this channel, a vlog, features him as well. So yeah, that was the first time we met, but I had been connected to him, I don't know how long. It's been a while, just on Instagram, and we've been, you know, following each other, but yeah, we met for the first time maybe about a month ago. Very nice dude.
Yeah.
Love him, man.
If there are any people who also are one of Popsan's subscribers, we think he's so sweet. I think he's adorable, honestly.
I mean, that's how she would describe him. I wouldn't describe him as
he's
sweet.
So lovely.
He's cool.
He has such a great face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really,
He's
really great guy.
Yeah, they say he looked like Tupac. He got Tupac vibes.
He just has a very nice face, you know?
Yo, Billy. We'll get into updating them, but let me see. Billy, I actually use my DSLR for live streams.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously connected to my MacBook Pro. A lot of people use their webcams or their computers, but I'm just extra. And she will tell you, like, it took me like an hour to set up.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
Oh, hour and a half?
If we're counting audio and everything.
Yo, I gotta have like the best quality possible. So I'm using.
And he's not even happy with this.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. And right now it's just a very plain, simple setup. I'm actually thinking of different ways to spruce up like the videos because I sort of got tired of just how the apartment looked, and so we've been going to different studios because studios are pretty cheap to rent here, so you could book a studio and have different sets and rooms for very cheap here. So a lot of times for her Halfie project videos, she'll book a studio for her interviews or just for her talking, and I'll just kind of tag along and like record our videos. That's why like the last couple, I don't know, the last 2 months it's just been like random places.
Those are not the house. That's not my house. It's not his house. It's just studios.
Right, because I'm bringing my gear for the Halfie project shoots anyway, so it's like, let's just record a video.
While we're here.
Yeah, so I think over the next few weeks you're going to begin to see more permanent setups, but different types of, I guess, sets for
try to
the
arrange
videos.
That.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so that's how I pretty much do my streams, is with the camera.
Hey, look, Emily said, thank you, Cedric, for your video on your cameras that you use. Well, let me tell you something about that. That was the video talking about your gear that you use. He was so down about it because it was not doing so good on views. And he was even saying like, I'm gonna take it off. Like it looks bad for the channel, my reputation. But you know, here's the thing. Even if the whole population is not appreciating it, it is valuable to people who really want to know, because he did a very great job explaining all of the gear. So that is a very encouraging message.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't do videos just for the views, but it's nice to get the views because you put so much work into doing the videos. So yeah, but I knew that video wouldn't really take off or anything like that. But it's my lowest viewed video on the channel, and it hasn't broken 1,000.
Oh,
but
if you want to help raise his morale, just share it to everybody around the world.
But Emily, glad you found value in that video. I knew that it would be a very specific like audience for that type of video, so that's why I made it.
Peaceful Minji. Hi all, taking a quick minute to see Cedric and Becky have us hang out on one of their dates.
Yo, this is like how our dates are.
This is our date, okay, guys? Like, otherwise, we are always working or running around or meeting or something.
Yeah. That's true.
So sad. Thanks for joining us, though.
Yeah, thanks, fool.
Yeah.
Minji. Very cool.
Oh, merci, Emily.
Yeah, so we've got a handful of people in here. What, 26 watching? There'll probably be some more trickling in, but yeah, let's just. We got a lot of, well, not a lot, but we got a couple of things that we want to share with you guys today, and plus we'll just respond to whatever questions, comments that you guys have. It's really just a hangout today.
Hangout.
But we'll start with what's on the top of everyone's mind right now. Obviously, it's the whole
the meteor.
Pandem.
Wait. Speaking of the meteor.
The what?
The meteor. Did you guys know?
There's a meteor?
There was like a meteor or asteroid that passed the Earth not too long ago, and it was actually really big. Can you imagine if it hit our planet?
We'd die.
Okay, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I listened to an episode on one of my favorite podcasts about existential risks, and that was one thing. And a meteor could come and just hit our planet, and it almost did. But that does tie in with what you want to talk about.
The pan, because
the pandy could also
I like that.
The pandy could also technically be an existential risk.
It could be. It really could be. And we're gonna try our best to avoid using the actual name because they sometimes I guess from what I hear, I don't know how true it is, but I think they demonetize videos that actually talk about it.
Right, because they don't want to spread false information.
Right. So we'll call it the pandy. And you might hear me refer to it as the Verona Cyrus.
Oh yeah, the Verona Cyrus.
But yeah, but generally, here in Korea, we are doing very well. I think most of you guys probably know at this point. The other day, I think it was 2 days ago, we had 0 internal cases, and 4 of the cases. Well, we have 4 cases that day. But those 4 were, I think, at the airport.
They all are coming. Right at this point, they're not coming from inside the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so and the day after, which I believe was yesterday, so we did have some more confirmed cases, which is to be expected because symptoms are gonna they take time to develop. But we've been hovering around 10 cases on average a day the past week or so.
Yeah.
And things seem almost completely normal, minus the fact that there's still sanitizer everywhere, there's signs everywhere, people are still wearing a mask, and I think they're going to be doing that for a long time. That would be my guess.
I can't even see it ending until we get some sort of, what is it?
Vaccine?
Yeah, some vaccine. So it's kind of like that. I felt it very strongly. We went to Namsan Tower maybe 2 weeks ago. We went to Namsan Tower about 2 weeks ago, and it was empty. There was nobody there. It was very strange.
That's true.
Things were cut off. I mean, it was a great time to go if you want to take pictures. And it was nice. We could go and explore around. Nobody was there. I've never seen Namsan Tower that empty. And that is one of the top tourist spots in all of South Korea. All of Seoul. And then we went again 1 week later, and it was packed. So many people were there. And that just goes to show how much trust people have in how things are being handled.
Right. I'm not sure what the government guidelines are effective today.
Until the 5th.
Oh, until the 5th.
As far as I know. Because we still get the text message updates.
Okay,
so we're still doing the social distancing until the 5th.
But,
it might change.
Nobody's like...
Nobody's doing it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all wear masks.
Yeah, things are going really well.
Yeah.
And I would I would attribute that to so many different factors. You know,
Mhm.
I would say the masks are a big part, and then also the testing, and so very very happy with how Korea handled it, and we are so very lucky to be here, to be honest, because we were thinking. So here's the thing: the last time we did a live stream was the day before my birthday, on the 22nd of February. At that point,
That's right.
We were about 3 weeks in from. Was it 3 weeks in from the 31st infected person?
Oh yeah, it was pretty recently after.
So I
Patient
think
31.
so I think at that point Daegu was already having their breakout moment,
Mhm.
but we had nowhere near the amount of cases that we have now.
Yeah.
And so it's insane in how it seems like a long time, but a short amount of time when you look at it from a macro perspective compared to other countries right now, how we've pretty much handled the whole situation. Now there's only a couple of cases a day.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. Something happened in such a short amount of time. It was China had the biggest amount of cases, and everyone was like, "Oh, China, look at them." And then suddenly it was us, and we were the second most cases in the whole world. And it seemed like things were spiraling.
We're number 2.
And now in such a short period of time, we've got such a good hand on it. I'm very impressed.
I remember thinking about our numbers. We were in the thousands, and I was like,
wow.
Scary.
I was getting scared, honestly.
But now, like, the States is over 1 million. And that's reported cases.
That's reported cases.
And that's tested, right? So, I mean, obviously the number is much higher. So we're very lucky to be here, and I'm glad that, because I was thinking about going to the States. We were thinking about going to the States for
we were thinking about going to the US.
Like to escape what was happening here.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, because we were saying by March, 언제까지? We said to March 10th or something.
Yeah.
One day we said, okay, we're gonna make the decision by March 10th. We decide go to the US or stay here. And then the day came, and things were too crazy here. I think we felt it was too dangerous to fly to the States and risk infecting our parents.
Right.
Now it's kind of vice versa, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to go to the States, we got to be quarantined. And then if we want to come back, we got to be quarantined again. So that's about a month at least. So yeah, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Emily says that the students are coming back on Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah.
In Korea. Okay.
In Korea.
Wow.
And they got to wear masks, of course, check the temperature, sanitizing and everything.
Hagwon or?
She's with public school.
Public school. Okay.
Emily, you're still with the public school, right?
I see.
Just let us know.
Okay, interesting.
안녕하세요. 제사라 리.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
So yeah, we say wearing masks and everything. Yeah, I would be very curious to see how it's gonna be handled. Now, I feel like we're having this stark contrast between this communal. I'm trying to have a difficulty saying this, like warm cultured societies like South Korea versus very independent. I guess self-centered. It sounds selfish, but I guess in a way it is. In the U.S. that we're witnessing, and how you can see the difference in this pendy being handled, right?
Right. I mean, but that's that's
too generalized.
I think it is, because there's so many factors to play in that. Because I think generally, from my vantage point, and I'm not living in the States right now, and even if I were, one state is like so different from the other. But I feel like generally, like a lot of Americans have banded together and have done what they needed to do, even to their sacrifice, because a lot of people are sacrificing their jobs. A lot of people lost their jobs. Business owners can't open up their business.
Sure.
So I think from that standpoint, a lot of Americans,
individual standpoint, I guess on a government standpoint.
Right. Yeah, government-wise, of course. We don't have to get into it, but if y'all want to get into it, we can. Because I keep tabs on it every single day. I mean, probably more than I need to, but I just want to. It's my country, so I want to know what's going on, and I take in different media sources as well. But
I think more importantly than us talking about it, I want to hear what people who are currently in the States.
That's true.
What is happening around you right now?
Yeah.
Because we can read what's going on in the news.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
It's not always going to reflect accurately what the day-to-day life of individuals is like.
Right, and then also let us know where you're from if you're not from the States and what's going on over there.
Yes,
that way we can talk
curious.
about it.
One guy from Senegal messaged me not too long ago, and he was saying that they're having like kind of lockdown, but not everyone is following the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just there's too many countries and too many cities where all of this craziness is happening. It's not a concerted effort, so it'll be very interesting to hear what your guys' experience is like.
Right.
But this is not the Pandy episode. This is not the Pandy live stream.
Nah.
Right? What are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. Whatever y'all want to talk about.
Okay. Why don't we give a couple? How about this? We're gonna give a couple updates of milestone moments.
Okay.
Recently. We should celebrate these things.
Okay. Yo.
Especially in these crazy times.
Before we do, what's up, Mike? Michael is in the chat.
Hey, Michael, we watched. Was it his live stream?
Yeah, we were.
I saw your live stream yesterday.
Yeah, we were lurking in your live stream yesterday.
Yeah.
I lurk in your live streams a lot.
He
Sometimes I'll pop in, but
all the time.
Yeah. So, but
I mean,
what's
Michael's
up? Glad
probably
you're
aware of it. Like he probably sees you pop up, right?
No, I mean you can't unless you comment, you can't tell who's in. So.
Well, I'm always lurking.
Yeah. So yeah, glad you dropped in. I don't know how long you're gonna stay, but appreciate you coming in, man. And then Mike Mooney, what's up, man? This is an old friend from North Carolina.
SkyCedi.
Yeah. What's going on, Mike?
That's cool.
Yeah, good to see you in here, man.
If you zip up, you can see someone named Pacnemius. Where I live in the States, it isn't bad, but there's some real hot spots that make up most numbers. Yeah, that seems to be about right, mostly.
Yeah. I mean, in the media, obviously, it's going to focus on those hot spots. New York City being the biggest hot spot.
Whoa,
you got Cali.
Has 30,000 cases. That's madness.
That's crazy. Yo, Mike Mooney, how is it in North Carolina? What's the vibe you're getting over in Carolina? Are you still out in Carolina, by the way? But wherever you are, let us know.
Let us know.
I know, cause my family there. I don't know if there's a lot of cases in that area, but my sister, who works at a hospital, has seen COVID cases. I said the name.
Oh.
Okay, it's all right.
It's like no one knows what we were talking about.
I know, right? We tell me all secretly.
As we meant smallpox.
Right. So, yeah, I kind of have I guess a general feel of how she's doing and my parent or my mom is doing. Yeah, but let's know. Yeah. So you were gonna say something, right?
Milestones. Let's talk about some milestones.
Cool.
This is a moment of celebration.
Yes. Oh, Vanessa, I wanna before we, cause Vanessa's a nurse.
No, that's cool. What does she say? What does V say?
So she says, me as a nurse, I'm furious we don't have the adequate PPE, and we have to go home to our families. The changing area is the garage. Vanessa, yes, I feel you from the standpoint of I'm a brother of a sister who said the same exact thing, right? I remember my sister a couple of weeks ago said they don't have the masks, they don't have the gear.
She was asking us to send masks.
She was asking if I could send masks, which I wouldn't be allowed to.
Right. My mom has access because she's Korean.
yeah, she's got her sources.
Yeah.
But that's heartbreaking. That was so heartbreaking, and it angered me so much because at that moment that became really personal because all of our healthcare workers in the States, including you, Vanessa, are putting your life on the line and at danger, at risk, because not only are you just subjecting yourself one time to a person, it's just the constant, turnaround of people coming in and the chances of getting infected that way.
Can I ask something, Vanessa? Obviously you can't speak for all the healthcare workers, but maybe I'm too casting some weird premonition or something, but I was thinking some people are going on strike, or people who are talking about their hospitals that they're working at and saying oh, I'm gonna sue, or they're not treating us well. What do you think is the likelihood of people just stop, health workers just stop coming to work and stop working? Because in reality, it's not like you guys are getting a huge benefit or big pay raise to hold this country together. Right. I'm really genuinely wanting to know what's happening on that mindset. Just curious.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
I mean, I know it's a little bit of a scary question, but hopefully we can get a measured response.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the reality of what we're living in. So,
That's right.
I'm not afraid to talk about it. We want to be sensitive,
Yeah.
with the issue. But yeah, because a lot of our, our doctors, it's taking a toll on them, not only physically but mentally.
Yeah.
Hearing about some of the doctors that are taking their lives. I think 2 in New York recently, just did. And so it's very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Fayetteville has 17, according to Mike.
Oh,
so
okay,
he
not bad.
thinks. Yeah, let's see. Mike Mooney says it's not. Hope it's not too crazy for
Not
you guys.
too
No,
bad.
we're doing fine. I have like Korea is so good right now. Like things are. It feels almost normal.
It really does.
People are out in public.
Michael can attest to that, right? Well, Michael's in Incheon, right?
Yeah, he's in Incheon.
Incheon was where it first started out here in Korea. This is where we had the first couple of cases. Michael, do you remember when they first broke out? It was some restaurant. I visited Incheon area right after that, and it was ghost town. Is it still like that there for you?
That's a good question. Yeah, I remember when you visited. Yeah. Vicky says in El Salvador about
not too many cases.
256.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. And 1,000 new cases in Nigeria. Wow.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
About what?
Oh, wait, I mean, who left that message?
So that one is from Peter.
Peter, give us more updates. I feel like, again, looking at the U.S. media, people, whenever they mentioned if, this is gonna happen, the pandemic is gonna hit in Africa, the continent Africa, they keep saying like it's gonna be devastating, it's gonna be horrible. I really want to know what you think from your standpoint.
Right. Yeah. Vanessa, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Please do be safe out there. Good luck at work.
Yeah.
And
stay safe.
you're in our thoughts for sure.
People are praying for you. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing some amazing things, honestly. It's incredible to see. But we didn't have anyone singing from the balconies here.
No, what was that? Italy? Is it Italy? Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That's
cool.
Wonderful.
So keep the chat going.
Yes, keep us updated. Let us know.
Yeah,
we want to hear from your side.
But in good news, I guess a lot of changes. I mean, it feels like these live streams are always like life updates and stuff like that. But so I guess one of the big milestones is, as a lot of you guys are aware, we started our business. Was that one of the milestones you were thinking?
Yeah, it's a milestone. We did something really cool. We did a really cool project recently.
Yeah. So it was our biggest project.
Good people.
Yeah, cool. So we've done, a lot of like smaller projects, photography as well as like video projects for businesses.
Can we mention it? We can just say it, right?
Which one? I guess so.
Yeah, so we recently did product photography for, she's actually one of our friends. She's also half Korean. Her name is Sarah Sugyong, and she runs a business called SkyCedi, which is, she supports local wineries here in Korea, which is kind of amazing because people don't usually think about Korean wines. And also connects with wineries in France, and she's also half French. And so we did the photos for her website and the videos there. So if you check it out, you can see some of them work.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta change something real quick. So why don't you
what happened?
Talk about the
Okay, we'll talk about the other project that we did. So we actually I guess we can say school. Yeah, there was an international school that contacted us, and we have been working for the past week and a half or 2 weeks, really, if you consider all the planning and writing, to make their like intro video kind of thing. And so like the school intro video and tour video and stuff. So that was really fun. It's been a while since I have been working with kids because I don't work in a school or hagwon or anything like that. And wherever I'm going, I'm not generally running into kids too often. So that was really fun, Kids have a very different way of looking at things and viewing the world. Speaking of kids, I was wondering if there are kids who are growing up during this weird time of the pandemic, I wonder what they're going to remember from it, Do you think they're just going to remember like, oh, it's such a great time with my parents and having fun with my siblings, Could be like a very positive thing.
Yeah, but they're living through like one of the greatest events of history. That's crazy.
It is really surreal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're good.
But yes, that was one of our biggest projects lately, and that's been so fun because I got to write the scripts.
Mm-hmm.
And so acting it with the kids, like, okay, telling them, like, directing them and how to act, and then getting the camera and everything. It's so cool to see it come to life.
Yeah, that was very
really
fun.
cool.
Very
Yeah.
fun. So, 3-day project. Well, it ended up being 3.5 days. Really.
It was quite long,
Um,
but it was worth it.
yeah, so that was a big project. And we're just looking to just continue to scale up and working with different, I guess, businesses or nonprofits, whoever. Because eventually, I mean, we have goals. We have goals of like things that we want to do and shoot and create. But for right now, our main thing is working with businesses and brands and creating content for them. And when I say content, either for their social media or
just what they need.
Yeah, just whatever they need. But we're wanting to scale up. We want to work with like big brands and big companies
Nike,
and things like that.
I know you guys watch us all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we did a little gig.
We actually did something for
we
Nike
did a little
once.
photography gig for them.
I need something bigger then.
Yeah, but yeah. So if you guys know anybody who needs a little work, send them our way. We got our website, SkyCedi.com. Shows our portfolio, what we're about.
Can we mention?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
but
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay. We could do that. Secrets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, the thing is, we're a new business, and we're still on the, I guess, the ground level, building everything, and figuring out exactly where we want to take our business. But right now, it's we're learning. We're learning about what we want to do and who we want to work with. I mean, eventually, we want to be able to work with like just a handful of people that we want to work with.
Right.
And do the projects that we want to do.
We want to instill our own style and creativity.
Right.
Rather than being the robots of whatever they want.
Right. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and not only that, but we also like my thing is, and let me know if you guys think like this, but I'm always thinking like I'm not a all my eggs in one basket type person. I like to set up different baskets and like put like a couple of eggs here, a couple of eggs there.
He's like the Easter bunny.
Yeah. So like I want to I want to establish a couple of different like valuable streams through like the things that we do and the things that I do. And so the SkyCedi business, where we work with brands and create videos, that's like one stream. Another stream is what we're doing here online through YouTube and some of the other avenues of creating content online. So we're really working on that. So that's pretty exciting. So, another milestone would be me being the co-host of the Halfie Project podcast for season 2.
Have you guys seen the videos? I've been putting those out on the Halfie Project YouTube channel, not SkyCedi, Halfie Project YouTube channel. He's been a great co-host, and that's been pretty fun. I know some of the topics are very specific, especially to mixed Koreans, but there are definitely topics where I feel a lot of people can relate to. And a lot of your viewers probably too, especially people who are interested in culture and mixed culture and all of that. So yeah, if you're keen on that and you need a new podcast to listen to, you can just listen to the Happy Project podcast. And I love listener mail. I love getting feedback because sometimes people send episode ideas and then we do the research and we talk about it. So I hope that's really beneficial and interesting and informative to a lot of people. Yeah, so if you like to listen to podcasts, it's just anywhere in podcast format. If you want to watch it happening, the video format of podcasts, we started that with season 2 when he joined us as co-host. Because Jay didn't like being on camera, frankly. That's what it came down to.
That's funny.
So yeah, so now you can see it there and they go out every Wednesday. It's fun. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Why don't you tell them about one of the recent commercials you were in too? That's a milestone.
That is a milestone, yeah.
Because Dimitri actually mentioned that in the chat.
Okay, all right, Dimitri. Well, maybe if you follow my Instagram, you'll have seen I posted it there. But I got to do a commercial for Paradise Casino. Paradise City Casino. It's a hotel in Incheon. It's really big and gorgeous. Yeah, so here's the cool thing. I got to film with the actor Lee Byung-hun. You know Lee Byung-hun, right? You know Lee Byung-hun. He's the actor from The Good, The Weird, The Good, The Bad, and The Weird. And Mr. Sunshine, most recently.
He's really
famous.
famous.
I think JSA, maybe. Very famous Korean actor. And I guarantee you, if you watch any dramas or movies from Korea, you'll recognize his face. So charismatic and intense. Okay, can I tell my story? What happened?
Yeah, go ahead. I wish, you know what? I need to start setting up to where like these things I could actually show you guys. Yeah, on the stream.
Okay, wait, let me tell you
I might need
Michael
Michael to help me with that because he knows how to do stuff like that.
Okay, so let me tell you the story. So he's a super famous actor, like to the extent of like, he's like the Korean equivalent of Brad Pitt. Probably that extent. Okay, he's so top there. And he's very cool. Okay, so we were standing there and we had a crew of, I want to say like 100 people. Like a crew of 100 people, 50 extras, and then me, Lee Byung-hun, and then these two other guys were the main actors for this one scene. So they had the big cinema cameras, you know, like the huge overarching arms, and everyone is watching you very intensely. Makeup artist checking everything, okay? So it's very spotlighted, and Lee Byung-hun is there, so everyone's very tense, right? Because it's like super famous guy. And so the scene that we were supposed to film was the director would say action, and all of us were supposed to jump up like celebrating, like we just won a big casino, you know, something, like we just won a bunch of money. That was supposed to be
Yeah, I'm gonna actually share the video in the chat right now.
You can't see what I'm doing right now. You'll notice it when you watch it, because there's a scene where I'm like, yeah, like celebrating. Well, everyone's, you know, that split second right before the director calls action and it's silent, because everyone's like with all bated breath and they're just waiting, action, and then you jump right into it. So I was like really tense and nervous because Lee Byung-hun is literally standing right next to me. And so I was like waiting, and the camera's like right here, you know, so close in my face, and the director goes, can you fix the lens a little bit to the guy? And I'm like, yeah, and I jumped up all by myself in this huge casino, and 100 people, 150 people just staring at me, and I just jumped up and right away was like, 죄송합니다. Like, I'm so sorry. And that was the only interaction I had with Lee Byung-hun, because you know, he's too famous. So like I was like, yeah, and I jump back down, 죄송합니다. And he doesn't even look at me. He looks the other side and goes, hey, 괜찮아요.
Man, I really wish I was here to see that.
It was so embarrassing.
I would have died.
It was so, and nobody laughed, nobody did anything. Everyone just like,
professional.
You know? So, 죄송합니다. It was the best. I can't believe he actually talked to me. He didn't look at me, but he talked to me.
That's crazy. Yo, the commercial turned out really well. So like I linked it in the chat, so make sure you guys watch it. It's like a minute, I think.
Yeah.
So she appears a couple of times in it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think about that. I can't believe it. Great memories. Who says they can embarrass themselves in front of Lee Byung-hun? Not many people.
I feel like you're good at embarrassing. Well, let me not.
Embarrassing myself.
You're good at embarrassing situations.
Myself.
Yeah, and you don't like. You're just like, okay, whatever.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, let's do that again. My bad, everybody.
Me, yeah. I try to play it off.
Like, yeah, that was right. I meant to do it. Practicing. No, it was so like you can't shake it off, and there were witnesses. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty exciting.
Woo, that was a long story. Anyway, you can watch the commercial. It's pretty cool. Oh, he's so charming. Very good actor. Yeah, so that's I guess a big. That was a milestone. That's a milestone. Is that it? That's all we do, guys. That's pretty much all we do. Yeah, it's so the last few weeks have been. I say this all the time. I feel like, but the last few weeks have been quite crazy, especially with that big project. And then now I'm editing. I'm in the editing zone, so super editing. It's just Dwight editing. Yeah. So, anyways. Project editing. I don't know if there's a real reason. There's no reason to keep it a secret, guys. I'm just being weird. So, anyways, yeah. So, a lot of editing. So that's why. Really, I guess this video, this live stream will kind of be the video for the weekend. And I think, because next week's going to be very crazy for the both of us for different reasons and for like similar reasons too. But we're going to definitely try to shoot another video. Yeah, I mean, we already have a couple of different like ideas lined up. We just have to just shoot it. And then once we finish this big project, like with the editing, we've got some vlogs that we plan on releasing. Like we're hoping to go to Jeju. Yes.
now that things are pretty much, functioning.
Like, we need to just get a couple things set so that we can take back that mental energy and put it towards what we want to do.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. Because, again, like, super excited because now that I don't work that full-time job, I get to focus a lot of my time and energy back onto this channel. And also on our business. I also have to make sure I'm making money, and providing for myself. So there's that healthy balance of that, because like YouTube is it's a nice little side hustle, but it's not at the point where it's I can be self-sustained through YouTube.
Right.
Not yet. That's the goal, and you guys are a big part of that. But anyways, yeah. So we got the vlogs coming, and then let's.
And some skits, guys.
Yeah, we got some skits too.
I wrote a couple of short videos. I just really want to make it happen.
Yeah, so a little
fun.
bit about the skits. I don't know if Mike Cole is still in the chat or on the stream, but I know he does a lot of skits on his channel.
You can see his acting.
No, don't. Okay, for Mike's sake, you could watch it, getting some views, but. My acting
is on par. It's like if Vivian saw it, he would be like, hey,
Right. But yeah, that was over a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. We shot that.
He's greatly improved his acting.
So Mike, he does a lot of like comedy skits. Yeah. A lot to do with Korean culture. We're gonna do that too, but our skits are gonna focus, yes, on Korean culture, but it's gonna be a little bit more related to the half Korean experience, or the just. On being Korean or life in Korea, and we're gonna try to, like, our goal and our aim is to make actual, like, we can call it skits, but like short films, really. So we want it to be short films, and it's gonna be well produced. So it's gonna take a lot of time, not only for like the writing and the production and the editing, but it's something that we're gonna, I guess, put a lot of focus on.
I think that we should also mention why.
Yeah.
Why this is important. I really believe through stories and humor, especially, and film, you're able to express very important concepts that maybe it's hard to touch or talk about in the real world.
Yeah.
Right? So this is what we see all the time on these late night shows, using humor to talk about these very difficult issues or political problems and deflect the offense through being funny. And so, it's not saying that all of our stuff is going to be funny, but having this ability to storytell creates a space where people start to imagine or think about it in a way that doesn't feel attacking, if we need to talk about difficult subjects.
Right.
So I think that's why this is very important.
Right. So it's very important socially, to get a message across, but also like it fulfills a creative I guess a creative need for us.
Sure.
Because we're both creative in not only like filmmaking, acting, writing, but also in music. So eventually that can be a part of what we do. But for right now, it's more so like the visual and the storytelling that we're focused on.
That's right.
We had alluded to the channel direction changing a couple of videos back, maybe about 2 months ago now. And that's one of the big changes. So this channel has for the most part, except for the very beginning, because I focused a lot on me being a teacher. What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I just remembered some of your intros. What's up, guys?
Yeah, I was a little over the top.
Energy, SkyCedi.
Yeah. So a lot of that was focused on teaching English, but then after a few months of starting, I focused more on Korean culture, different aspects of Korean culture, and also being half Korean.
Yeah.
And so the channel is still gonna have that as the foundation, because that's what this channel is about. That's what most people subscribe to this channel for, and so through our storytelling and our short films, we're going to be able to share stories or messages based off of those, those themes. And so we're very excited. It's gonna fulfill, again, a creative niche, or a need, I should say. A desire, to just create content that you guys will enjoy viewing, and like you know me, I'm all about like that production value. So I want it to be like as if you're watching a TV show, or Netflix show or something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's one of our goals. We want to like we want to eventually not necessarily get on Netflix, but we want to be able to create something that that will reach a larger audience.
Yeah.
With our message.
Yep. You said it.
I did.
Hey, let's look at some of the comments here.
All right.
There's some nice ones here. People saying, congratulations, so proud, you're adorable.
Who, me? Thank you.
You're adorable. So thank you for all those nice comments. Good morning, Lisa's GTO. And then Caius asked, will you two do any political stuff? That's a bit touchy, isn't it?
Political stuff in our videos?
Yeah. Of course you can allude to it, but I would never say we're political commentators by any means.
Nah. I don't think so. I think there will be elements of politics probably built in by the nature of our subject matters, but I don't know what you mean by political.
Yeah.
But generally, like for me, I avoid strong politics or political themes. You know,
because it's difficult to talk about politics without dividing people. I think that's the issue. It shouldn't be. I don't think talking about politics should divide people per se, but because people have very strong opinions, it can easily, maybe even infect the way they view you on other aspects.
Right.
So politically we disagree, then that means I also don't like you because of this or this or this or this, right?
Right.
Which we of course want to avoid. We always want to keep the conversational channels open.
Right. So, yeah, I think a lot of the political stuff, though there will be undertones here and there, especially when we're talking about race and the government and things like that. But other than that,
more on the factual side, maybe.
Yeah, we'll try to be objective in a lot of the things that we present. But it's hard to be when you're talking about what
it is
we're talking
hard,
about.
of course.
Yeah.
We have
Good
someone
question.
who said, Specchio, are you hiring assistants or videographers? I mix two if that helps. Love what you're doing. It carries my heart. Specchio, thank you for asking that. Honestly, we are totally self-funded in this regard right now. We are not hiring, I think, because we can barely hire ourselves if we had to pay ourselves for this work, right?
Yeah.
But thank you so much for asking. Who knows in the future?
Right. And I'm assuming you're talking about maybe with our content or like this channel, maybe?
Or maybe Halfie project, I'm not sure. But
yeah, I mean, not at the moment. Eventually, like depending on projects in the future, like with clients and stuff like that, you know, we will be potentially hiring, but it depends on the project.
It totally depends.
Depends on what they need.
We do, that's right, because we
And
have
the
the
budgets.
business, and that does matter, because some works, of course, we can't handle it our own, and if the budget is appropriate, then we will be sending out the feelers.
Yeah.
We had Des. Cedric's intros were iconic.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were. They were so funny. Ooh, guys, we're gonna do reaction videos.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, that's like part of some of the next couple of videos is we're gonna react to different things like
his old videos.
My old videos.
I'm
we'll probably react to your. We could react to your old videos too.
No.
We could.
We couldn't.
We could.
You know, I have a few good ones actually. No, we couldn't. I could show you, but nobody else.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. React to videos, photos,
old
that.
photos.
Just like fun videos.
It's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, so hopefully we can shoot that within the next, I want to say 2 weeks.
Yes, I hope so too. And then Emily said, I felt what you said, Becky, when you were talking about your previous working environment in your past video. I've been going through that at times in my job. Yeah. Well, first off, I'm sorry that you have to experience that same sort of, I hate to say prejudice, of course, but difficult behaviors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten better. She just wrote.
That's good.
Which is good.
I'm very happy to hear it has improved. But a lot of it does depend on who's in charge, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, when I was, well, I'll say this because I got to be careful because I don't know who's watching or listening. But like, I've worked at a Korean, not my previous Korean company, but when I was teaching, we did do a transfer of leadership, and I've noticed that with that transfer of leadership, there was this desire to prove with the change of the new leadership that they're in charge and they got to make a statement. Even if it was like not practical at all, and they got to make these changes and do this.
Oh.
And it was
Just to like cement their power.
yeah.
I can do what I want.
So it's really weird because it's a lot of it is about power. It seems.
I think that's such a mental game though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
제스타. 두 분 한국에서 성공하길 바래요. 감사합니다. 저희도 그렇게 그러길 바래요. Yeah. We need like just 그냥 많이 응원해 주세요. 네. 그렇게 해 주시면 진짜 큰 도움이 될 거예요. That's very helpful and nice to hear.
Do you want to translate for?
Oh, saying like, sorry, Jae-seo Lee was saying, I hope that you two will be successful here in Korea, and I was just saying, thank you so much for that, and what we just by cheering us on as you do, makes a big difference.
Yeah, super encouraging.
Yeah. Okay, what else did you want to mention? Did you want to mention anything else?
Let's
So
see.
I feel like
Any other
we
milestones?
talked about a lot of stuff. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so milestones are done. We wanted to also officially introduce something to you guys that's been active for honestly over a year. So we wanted to talk about our Patreon page.
Yes.
So if you guys don't know what Patreon is basically a way that creators and artists and just the non-traditional, like, I guess, jobs, things like that, like people who are creatives can get support from people who like their work or enjoy their content. And so we opened up a Patreon page. Actually, so Becky and I, since she has joined the channel, it's become our Patreon page. But I had this page like for over a year.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to announce that as well, just to give you guys an opportunity. If you guys want to support what we do, because like we mentioned, we are self-funded. And I would probably shock you guys if I told you how much I've invested into this channel. And so it's something that very helpful.
So, right, you did summarize that nicely, but I think the reason that we bring up this option or just tell people about our Patreon is because actually a lot of people do say, I really want to help you guys out, or I really love what you're doing, I think it's very meaningful, and it's not practical to say hire a videographer, you know, it's not practical to hire somebody to do a job that we are capable of doing, just the problem is we don't have the time or the resources. And so in reality, for those who really love it, what we're doing, or find a lot of great meaning in it, or want to support, this is the most practical way of doing it. And we just wanted to offer that option to people.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just, patreon.com/SkyCedi? Is that what it is? Yeah, so patreon.com/SkyCedi. And we over there, there's different like sections. So depending on how much you want to support us, we are not just sucking your money by any means. We're really taking this and believe in using it fully for everyone else's benefit. Using it to create something for you. And so there's different like levels.
Yeah, different tiers.
Different tiers of I guess benefits or things we do for you as a gratitude.
Yeah, and so, you know, the Patreon community, you know, once we build up that community, it'll be a separate community where you'll have access to, you know, videos a little bit earlier. You'll also be able to see some more behind the scenes stuff that we won't show on our like regular social medias. And so we have also a special Instagram page where you can follow us. Yeah.
Sorry, that was too exciting. I'm so excited because we haven't been able to let anyone follow us.
Right.
It's private.
Right. So we have to, you know, for our Patreons only, we have that Instagram.
SkyCedi crew.
Yeah.
You want to be part of the Sky crew.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So the thing is, with us, because of again the nature of what we talk about and the themes and what we want to do, we want to be able to have eventually the resources to go as big and as far as possible and reaching as many people through this channel. But again, we eventually want to branch out and
Right.
reach people through other means, because we both have a passion for talking about the half Korean experience, the mixed race experience, and different aspects of Korean culture. Telling stories of, for example, like Korean adoptees. We've got a couple of videos on this channel talking about different Korean adoptees and letting them share their story. So there is an audience out there, and we just want to reach as many people, like I said, as possible, in sharing these stories and really impacting the perspectives of people. Because when it comes to talking about race, when it comes to talking about culture, there's so many nuances. There's so many there's so much misunderstanding out there, and there's obviously a lot of animosity as well. And we just want to be a part of the solution. And through this channel is one of the ways, and also through the Halfie project, which is Becky's project, separate from SkyCedi. That's why we're doing it. We just want to be able to impact people. And super excited about that. We just we're just doing everything we can, putting all of our energy and focus into it. And if you guys want to support that, it would be really cool, really awesome.
I really do believe, honestly, in my heart of hearts, that what we're doing is not self-serving. Because I just see so much impact with people. I guess I'm speaking more from the Halfie project side. The Patreon is for SkyCedi, but thinking of the Halfie project side, seeing what we do, offering a place where people can share their stories or talk about experiences that previous to this were taboo, or it was too difficult, there was nobody to listen, or they felt alone. I see so much value in having this open space to discuss it, and as we do that, it brings awareness, and which brings understanding, which brings compassion. And I believe those are the keys and steps to education on a greater level, so people will not feel this racism or separation. It sounds huge to think oh, my videos are doing that, but this is what I acknowledge, and I see through the things that we've been doing. So I really believe that it can make a great impact, and it's just a matter of reaching to more and more people, and the only way to do that is to have more and more resources.
Like some of the stories that or I should say comments of people sharing their stories from some of our videos.
It's remarkable.
Whether it be the Halfie project, or say, for example, the video where my mom was being interviewed by me, and she was sharing a story about her and my dad, and how they met, and the struggles they overcame, and how they pretty much led a successful family, if I could put it that way. I've received so many comments about people saying how much that has helped them. They are in a interracial relationship where their parents also don't approve of the relationship, and they don't know what to do, but they're very encouraged and very motivated by the video of my parents' story. Or if it's just me telling my story and sharing how I grew up as a Black and Korean, it gives people hope, because people who have mixed race kids, a lot of them, they're just we don't know how we're gonna raise our kids. We don't know too many examples, but they'll see a video like mine, and they'll be very, I guess, encouraged.
We actually do. The next episode on the podcast, the Happy Project podcast, is talking rather closely with this. I'll just give it to you guys away. This is your little sneak peek preview. But it's basically, is representation important? And essentially, this is what you are saying. Having this representation of mixed families or mixed race people who are doing things that are out of what people expect from mixed race people, or just talking about their experiences in a very positive light, is what is changing a mindset that could be previously negative. And so when you're saying talking about my family and showing a very positive example of a mixed race family and a mixed culture family, and you growing up as you are and still wanting to talk about it in a positive light, and people look at that and say, oh, it's possible for me. That's the power of representation. That was the whole podcast, guys. You heard the whole thing. Right? You just heard it there. But I mean, we go into more detail, of course, and it'll be released on Sunday, plug. But this is why it's important. Honestly, this is why it's so important. And so I feel like we have to get it out of us somehow, and we just want to do it in the best way possible.
Yeah, and what better way than through YouTube and through
using
other
these platforms.
Platforms, social media. And so we're super excited, because again, we're we're giving the option for you guys to support. And if you don't, the content's still gonna come for you.
Of course.
Come to you. So don't even worry about that. But it would be really cool to have a band of people that
would be cool.
That would be behind
the
us.
crew, the Sky
Yeah,
crew.
because you're gonna see like a lot of you guys. There are a handful of you guys that were with me from the very beginning. Like I wasn't even in Korea yet, and you've seen the journey, and I want to continue to show the journey now with Becky and I. I want to continue to show you guys where we go, and because like we're both big vision people, and I'm not satisfied with just status quo. I'm not satisfied with just just scraping by and not really making an impact. Like we want to go like big, and so we want to be able to show you guys that with your support. I think it's going to definitely make that more possible for sure.
Kind of a little enticing tidbit. So I keep mentioning the Instagram page. So we have a private Instagram account called SkyCedi Crew. SkyCedi _ crew. I made it. And it's for Patreon people. So if you become one of our Patreons, you can follow that account, and it's private. So we only saved it for our Patreons. And basically, I came up with this idea, but it's kind of just like, okay, this is us. Right? Because of course, when you look at our Instagrams, I wouldn't say it is curated, but we want to show like the beauty of things, or we want to show like how we create something and the final result. But the Patreon page is more real. So
it's just us.
Yeah.
Us in the
so
role.
I thought that would be a fun way to connect with people.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we'll be very interactive, with our Patreons.
There's already 3 posts on there with 0 views and 0 likes.
It's just like nobody.
Because nobody is on it yet. Because this is our first time talking about Patreon openly.
Right. And it would be really cool to eventually like grow to where there's like a big following on that Instagram. We can interact with you guys like very personally.
Well, that's the way, because as our other accounts, whatever grow, and we are focusing on specific things. The SkyCedi Crew Instagram account is specifically to interact with people and to hear your opinions and have polls and surveys. And this is where we want to open a channel of communication.
Yeah, and you guys will be able to influence a lot of the content that we'll be putting out and some of the video ideas.
Yeah.
We might have a couple of like different ideas that we're thinking about for the channel, and we're like, hey, why don't we ask our supporters what they think and have them vote. Yeah. So I think you guys will have a big influence on this channel and where we go. Yeah. So that is something that we wanted to announce, and hopefully you guys will consider, and if not, again, you're gonna still get wonderful content coming for you guys. And we're just gonna go at it, as hard as we can, regardless. So yeah.
We have one here from Kuronyawe. Is Becky a high school teacher? Nope. And I've never been one. But I did give a graduation speech in a high school.
Wasn't that your high school?
Yeah.
You're in high school, right?
Yeah. I gave the graduation speech.
That's awesome.
So, but no, I'm not a high school teacher. I love high schoolers though.
Would you rather be a high school teacher or like a middle school?
High school all the way. Okay, of course you.
Mm.
He gets really weird around kids.
I don't get weird.
You're funny.
I don't know how to interact with little humans.
When we were filming with the kids, one of them was 6, and he was like, "Okay, that was great," and it just felt so weird and cringy.
Probably cringy, yeah.
And he was just like looking at you.
But high schoolers actually straight with them. I just speak straight.
You're very good with high schoolers. No, not a high schooler teacher, but I do love high schoolers. Then we have from Ayla. How do you find Halfies to interview in Korea? Do you have questions prepared, or is it just casual conversation? It started out with just reaching out to my friends for the Halfie project, let's say. Reaching out to just my friends. And then it would be their friends. Sometimes I would contact people through their Instagram, or people would contact me. We had a couple of cases where people would message me saying, I really want to be on your podcast, or I really have a story to share. And then, so we will invite. The questions are, it's kind of a mix. You prepare it depending on who it is, their life story, and what I know. And then we let the conversation go organically from there.
Yeah.
I tell my friends that interviewing is a skill. I really believe it's a skill to be able to shape a conversation in a very natural manner.
And she's
So it's
she's
kind of
really
like
good
that.
at that. Yeah, and we have a $10 donation. Thank you so much.
From Fruzone.
Yeah, so she says, my
Wow.
name is Annie-er.
Annie of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
What a cool name.
And me and my girl been together for the past 2 years, both
Yeah.
high school seniors right now. But I'm African American, she's Puerto Rican. Both fams are racist.
We are strong.
Yes.
That's a tough place to be.
Yeah, I feel you. So, I don't know if you happen to see my parents' story. If not, that's okay. Because basically, when my parents got together, it wasn't really my dad's side that was racist. It was my mom's side, who was Korean. And so they hated my dad because he was black. And this is in the 80s.
Yeah.
But my dad just respected my mom's family and respected my mom, treated her really well. And it took a couple years. But eventually my family, my mom's side of the family, grew to really love my dad. And that was because of his respect and his love for my mom. And he was just a good person. Like, you can only hate someone who loves you so hard and respects you so hard for so long.
So good, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my dad's experience. And so, you know, I hope you could find some encouragement in that, because, you know, love always wins in the end.
This
that's
is what I was
what
gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously judging from your parents' stories, and actually from many stories of people who face hatred on one side or the other, or both. In reality, like, I feel the only thing that overcomes is just having love and genuine respect. There's only so far you can go with that. If the other person is not willing to fight back, then the fight will stop. Again, this is so much easier to say in words, because this could take years and years and years to tear down hatred or rooted biases or racism, you know? But the most important thing is, like, seeing the person, not their biases or prejudices.
Right.
Yeah, so I believe in you guys. If you genuinely love each other and you genuinely love each other's families, and innately it's because of the relationship, we wish you luck. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure. Stay strong,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's cool.
Oh man, thank you again, Annie-er.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you have a pic, you know,
I love people sharing these stories.
Yeah, just, you know,
Really.
DM us or send it to us. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, stay strong. What's up, Patrick? Thanks for joining,
Patrick.
man. Cool.
It's SkyCedi _crew, Cam and Emily, and it's private. Right?
Oh, I gave him the wrong thing, didn't I? Sorry, I don't even know our own Instagram.
Trams asked about what is Patreon. So we just mentioned it previously, but it's a platform where you can donate to us so that we're able to continue creating for you guys. So Patreon is the way to go through. And if you look above in this chat, the link is there.
Definitely.
You did send the wrong one. SkyCedi crew. Yeah.
We're getting it together.
I can't wait to put stuff on that page, on that Instagram.
Yeah, so Becky, she's gonna, I mean, we both will have access to it. I guess if she gives me access to it. But
you have access?
she's
What
really
is
like,
access?
she's really good with like Instagram stories and like doing quirky stuff and fun stuff and showing like, I guess, the raw and real.
Yeah.
So that's, you guys can expect that.
Get ready.
It's gonna be funny.
I can't wait. I have so much stuff to post, but I've just been waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I think we caught up on most of the messages here, right?
Yeah.
You know, I really think we ought to do.
What's that?
We ought to put like Korean subs on everything. This is a big thing, actually. I mean, speaking of Patreon, I think if we had that budget, we would sub everything. Because honestly, so I could translate all the videos. It does take me a lot of time. So if we were able to hire a translator, that would be so cool. And we could just put subtitles in Korean.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you so much, Emily. We have a new Patreon. Emily joined. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
So
Thank you.
she requested to join the Instagram.
Oh,
So we gotta add her.
I gotta add you. Oh, Emily's gonna be the first to see, because we actually had a lot of people who requested to be our followers, but I didn't allow any of them in because they're not part of the Sky Crew.
Man, yeah, that's exciting.
Oh, wait, I forgot. We had one more question up above that I wanted to mention from Caius. I was in Korea during the 60s, and I've always wondered about Halfies then from the Korean conflict up through the time that I was there and beyond. Caius, okay, first off, thank you for asking that question. It's just the fact that someone shows interest is very monumental to me, because it's kind of a forgotten generation. So, mixed half Koreans or GI babies at that time after the war, majority of them either were kind of forgotten here in Korea, either abandoned, sent to orphanages, or grew up maybe with a single parent in most cases. Not very happy stories, and actually it's kind of hard to get in touch. There is an organization where a lot of the GI baby generation stay in touch, where they're trying to fight for their rights, but being so pushed down by society and the government, they live a lot on the edge and are very wary of meeting people. So actually I've tried to meet some people, but it's really hard to get in touch. I just know they face a lot of hardships. Now, majority of the Amerasian children at the time, or GI babies, were sent to orphanages here in Korea, or they were mostly sent to the US, honestly. That was a huge influx of adopted children from Korea at that time. So if you're looking for that generation of mixed Koreans, I honestly would say the US is the best bet. That's probably where a lot of people are. Yeah, so again, a very interesting question, and I'm actually in touch with an organization called Yongsan Legacy, where they work with these, or they're connected with these families or individuals of the 60s and 50s in or around the military base. And of course, inevitably, you're going to meet a lot of GI babies there. So I'm actually working really hard to try to get these interviews started, so that you can learn more of their stories on the Halfie project. But due to the pandy, we've been having difficulties getting in touch because they're older generations, so more afraid to come out. But those stories will come, so stay tuned for that. Was that too long?
No. That was good. Yeah, and man, we've got Cam, Seth, and Howard that joined the Patreon fan.
Stop!
Thank you guys so much. We gotta add them to the
SkyCedi crew. Oh boy, you guys are in for something. I'm really excited.
No, really, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you for all of these comments and messages too. The fact that people are interested and want to ask, that's very significant.
Yeah. You know, you had mentioned to me several times that one of your big goals and dreams is to be on the TED Talk stage, right?
Oh, yeah. That's actually, so in high school, I loved TED Talk videos. You guys know TED, T-E-D. TED Talks, I watched them religiously, and I always would narrow down on who I believed was a good speaker and who had something really good to say. And just somehow, some way in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna be on the TED Talk stage one day. Like, I'm gonna be a key speaker. And I thought so hard for so long. What could I say? Did you know once I submitted myself to be a TEDx speaker?
Really?
And I got picked.
Really?
They picked me. Okay, this is pretty funny. This was 3 or 4 years ago when I was living in Suwon. Suwon was doing a TEDx stage, which you know is like the smaller pocket versions of TED. And so I applied. I was like, I want to talk about the Halfie Project. Halfie Project didn't even exist at that time.
Oh, wow.
This was before I even had a channel, or I had done nothing. I just had the idea. And I was like, this is what I want to talk about. And they selected me for the TEDx stage. And I backed out because I had nothing to prove of what I had to say. It would literally just me being on stage and saying, this is what I think, guys. And I just felt it was disrespectful to the TED Talk stage. So yeah, I've been waiting for my chance, but this time I don't want to submit myself. That's embarrassing. Like, you know.
I'll submit you.
Thanks. But one day I hope to speak on the TED stage and can talk about this to a wider audience. That would be great.
Yeah. I've never actually had that dream.
That is a dream.
But that would be dope if I'll do TEDx. You could do the main TED.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how about that? But yeah, that'd be really cool to be able to share something like that, because I've seen TED Talks about multicultural like issues and adoption and things like that. But
Mhm.
I don't recall about like half Koreans or like anything pertaining to the Halfie project. So that would be very interesting.
There was this one TED Talk that went viral, and it was basically about this guy in the States who adopted a half Korean girl. It was weird because I finished watching it and I was like, it's wonderful and I'm so happy that she can live a better life. But it just came off with an extremely like savior complex.
Oh, really?
And I felt like it did a big injustice to who she really was. I don't know, it was a weird video. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. But after I watched that, I thought like, man, somebody needs to come in and speak up for mixed Koreans. Not in a sense of like, oh, she was so poor and downcast and we brought her and rescued her in the States. I don't want it. I don't want it from that angle.
Right.
You know, I want to hear like the real stories and the strength and the meaningfulness of being mixed. So yeah, so that is something I hope to talk about one day.
Right. Yeah, and that is something that I hope that we can in video form, in film form, also express, because one of the things that I've noticed, and let me know if you guys are into like some of the there are a lot of like those Asian American like popular YouTube channels. You got like the Wong Fu's and the JK films,
yeah.
like, and they're a lot of them don't really do, I guess, the short films like they used to.
I emailed Wong Fu Films too, and they responded also.
Oh, nice.
Wow, I'm good luck.
Yeah, so we, at least a lot of the short films that I've seen, albeit they're funny and I appreciate them, I love them, they all seem to kind of play on the same sort of themes and topics when it comes to like Asian stereotypes. And it's not a bad thing. I think it's great because it puts that in the public eye in terms of like just letting people know that, I guess Asian Americans have their own cultures, but I haven't seen...
And we have enough self-awareness to lampoon our own culture.
Yeah, exactly, which I think is great, but I want to be able to, I guess, put out a new form of like Asian American content to where it's not really a play on just those stereotypes, or it's not like, well, for example, what was Kim's Convenience, right? I don't know if you guys have seen that. Very funny, very funny. It was on Netflix. It was actually, before that, it was on the stage. It was on, what do you call it?
Broadway?
Not Broadway, but...
Theater? Shakespeare?
Theater? Yeah, I guess it was a theater.
Globe?
Yeah, it was in theater first, but that's a perfect example of a Korean family being, like, playing on the Korean stereotypes, which I think it's great, it's funny, but I want to be able to, like, make more nuanced like content or films regarding like the Korean or half Korean experience, and do it in a way that almost normalizes them as, I don't know how to explain it, but not so outright.
It would be like akin to having, say, let's say like in a Hollywood film, the main actor, love interest, everything was a really dark-skinned black guy, and nobody made any commentary about it.
Right.
It would be like that, right?
Right. So, I mean, there would be nuances to that, but it won't be, like, directly... Like, it's too easy. It won't be just surface level, oh, he's black, and they have this interracial struggle, per se.
Right.
You know, I want to be able to, like, create a deeper story than that, but it still has those messages built in. I don't know if that makes any sense.
It's complex and layered.
Yeah.
So good writing.
Exactly, which is where you come in. So so I want to be able to get in that space, but like tell the story in a different way, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Still fleshing it out, obviously.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It would be cool. It will happen too.
Yeah, Patrick loves that show, Kim's Convenience, right? Very funny. Very funny.
Priola said, "Oh, hello, Priola." And Yves also said, hello. Hello. I love saying hello to people. It's cool with the YouTube and everything. Cause I never do live streams except when you do them. I never experienced that. I don't even do live streams on my Instagram. So I never talk to people like this via internet.
I know you do live streams on Insta.
This is pretty cool.
Do that.
It's cool that people are like there, watching it. Yeah, we should live stream on Instagram when we're out on like a shoot or something. But people would like that. Would you guys like that? That would be cool.
In action. That BTS.
Casey, is Korea and Japan
still beefing? Yeah, always beefing.
We always beefing.
Always beefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at, where was I? The gym. At the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. At the gym.
You see a fight?
No, you know they have water cups that you can pull out the water cup and then
Mhm.
drink the water from the water dispenser.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? There. And on the paper cups, they had printed on it, 독도는 우리 땅.
Oh.
Which means Dokdo Island is our land.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the gym. Make this very political statement against Japan.
Yeah.
So
That's.
funny. We're always beefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive
It's
thing.
sad.
Especially with like our mom's generation, especially the younger people. I don't know, cause from what I understand, it's still a little like.
It's a bit. You know, can I tell you a quick story regarding this in our generation?
Mm.
When I was in high school, she was one Korean girl in my class. We had one Korean girl in the class, and then we had a Japanese exchange student. And in the class, we were discussing, what were we discussing? I don't remember what we were discussing. I think we were discussing like colonialism, and then we were discussing like Japan, imperialistic, coming in, blah, blah, blah. And the teacher had, in our textbook, it was saying Dokdo, like Dokdo Island. They brought it up in the textbook. And we were just learning it regularly. And then my teacher was saying, like, you know, depending on where you're from, some people say Dokdo belongs to Korea, some people say Dokdo belongs to Japan. At the moment, the Japanese student, who usually is very quiet, he goes, Dokdo is our land, like that.
Dang.
In the middle of class, and everyone was like, what? And some of the American students were like, ha 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 ha.
Right.
And I'm sitting in the back like, oh dang.
It's about to go down.
And the Korean student, who was always silent, stood up from her chair and said, you are a liar! Like that. And everyone was like, oh my gosh! And the teacher was like, okay, all right, sit down. And they were like yelling at each other in the classroom. Is that insane?
Mm. Yeah, so
I got too excited about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell that story so excitedly. It was so crazy though.
Yeah.
I never experienced that.
Casey, there's your answer. You're still beefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my high school.
Man, Des. Yeah, we're just gonna pop on random lives on Instagram. I think the Instagram lives are gonna be, as I see it at least right now, it's just more spontaneous. Just like whenever we feel like going live, just hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
A couple minutes or so.
We get like 2 people watching.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. It's still worth it.
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess for most of you guys that are in the States, it's getting pretty late, huh? It's about 11 on the east.
Oh, it will be quite late over there, huh?
Yeah. So we can hang out for a couple more minutes. Actually, Becky has to go to, can I say?
Yeah, sure.
An audition.
Yeah.
For another potentially major role in a commercial.
Yep. I hope I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have anything else specific that we wanted to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any couple of questions.
If you guys have any date ideas, let us know.
Date ideas?
Yeah.
Ooh. Or even video ideas too.
See, always work.
Yeah.
No, but I'm okay with that. Let's yeah, if you have date ideas or video ideas, let us know separately.
Sorry. Des says, good luck, Becky.
Thanks, Des. I hope I get it, really.
Cam, yeah, everyone's wishing you good luck.
Woo, thank you, Kali. Almost noon here in South Korea, lunchtime. That's right. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess we should grab some lunch too. Before my audition. No, after the audition. I don't want to eat.
Yeah, maybe after.
After the audition.
So she's gonna go to the audition. I'm gonna go work out, and then after, what will I do? I need to return something, and then I'm gonna edit. So I'm gonna edit the whole day.
That's right.
That's become my life.
Thank you, Colin.
Shooting and editing, which I love.
And Emily said, make a video of your date. Yeah.
I don't know if she would like that.
No,
too
I
much.
would.
Really?
But only if it's established separately.
Okay.
As like date video. Not like we're on a date.
Right.
And he's like, and I brought my USR.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Patrick, appreciate that, man. Really, really do
Yes,
appreciate that.
thank
Patrick's
you.
he's been a loyal follower for a while too.
That's cool. That's really, really
Definitely appreciate it.
cool. Ooh, we're getting a lot of good stuff now. Recreate the time your parents had met. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. That would be funny.
Especially my mom's story. Well, your parents' story too.
My parents' story is pretty good too.
Yo, that's a good idea. That would be a good like short film.
Yeah.
Idea. Oh my goodness.
That's really,
love that.
really funny.
Let's see. Day trips to different
Should consider
cities
that. I'm
or
gonna
areas.
screenshot
Yes,
this.
Lisa's. That's definitely.
Well, now that we can, yeah,
you guys
cinematic vlogs.
enjoy.
We should definitely do it now.
Yeah.
The weather is very good in
So
Korea.
so the next stop will probably be Jeju Island. But then we need to actually start going to like other cities in Korea and just doing like
Yeah,
day or like 2-day trips.
that's right. We need to go out.
It's so cheap to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got date video. I love these.
How have your guys' parents been receptive towards your relationship? Any positive or negative? Do we want to talk about it here, or we can mention it somewhere?
No, we can. I mean, we could touch on it. I think.
Yeah.
And so, I think that answers the Ling Twin Bros question. Are you guys together? Yes, we are. So,
physically, we're here together.
Yeah.
And romantically, we're together.
So I'll say this: my mom. Well, our parents have not met. Like.
They've not met.
Yeah.
Take that with a grain of salt. She might change her mind after she meets me.
No. My mom loves Becky.
I don't know why.
And has never actually talked to her, actually.
Nope.
Yeah, so, but she loves the fact that Becky is very well suited for me, takes good care of me, is very pretty, and my mom asks about Becky every single conversation.
Yeah, sometimes he'll turn his speakerphone on when they're calling, when I'm nearby, just so he can prove to me that she is.
Mm-hmm.
She asks you like a few things and then always says, Becky는 어때? Becky는 잘 지내? Like that, you know. Oh, how's Becky? So it's very sweet of her.
Yeah. And
so nice.
I don't know if her parents can say the same about me yet. I mean, your dad is cool, I think.
Let me explain my parents, okay?
I spoke to her dad randomly.
That was random.
Yeah.
My dad's a very, he's like, when you think about like those academic professor, space-minded astronaut people, that's my dad. So my dad is like on a very different cerebral level than the rest of us. So my dad is very open-minded in this regard. I don't know. They don't really ask me. They do ask me. I don't know. My dad watched your video about your 1 million one that broke views.
Mm-hmm.
He really liked that one, and all he had to say was Cedric was a very chubby baby. So that's positive.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. And my mom she'll never be happy, no matter who it is. Yeah. So, I don't know. My mom's she's a tough one. It really comes down to when you guys meet, honestly, because if you're afraid of her when you meet, then that's it. You're whipped. But you have to show the right amount of respect and the right amount of pushback, and then she'll be like, oh, I see, okay, somebody has a little something here. Then she'll be a little more intrigued in you.
Yeah, so wish me luck.
It's scary. I'm sorry, it's very scary.
I'm not scared. I'm
It's
cool.
scary though. I'll openly acknowledge it. It's scary. Yeah. Let's see. Eat some snacks. I will eat snacks. And then date videos. And then box socks. Cat cafe. Do you like cats? Tell the good people.
Cat's alright.
He's gonna get me a cat. Right?
If you give me a camera.
We're gonna go adopt a cat. Will you please?
If you give me a camera.
Please.
I have a dream camera. I had it. Well, I have like several dream cameras, but this is like the newest dream camera, and she might buy it for me, or help me buy it.
We'll just tell you guys we have a bet right now.
Mm-hmm.
The bet is if I get these next commercials that I'm going to the audition for today, and he adopts me a cat, I will use some of my commercial money to help buy your camera.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it. You heard it. It's evidence.
It's a cinema camera.
So if he gets me a cat,
Canon C300 Mark III.
I think
coming out in June.
I'll get a black one with white tipped ears.
Costs a lot of money.
Like a little small one, really cute and friendly.
Yeah. So let's see here. Colin says your dad sounds a lot like his.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad is a very special person. He's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, people are being very encouraging. Hispalis, thank you so much for the nice words.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Vicky. She even put a cat emoticon. That is called support.
Always, always. Let's see. How are you guys? Hispalis. It's nice to see other half Koreans on the net sharing about their experiences. Yeah. And you look cute AF. Thank
AF
you so
means
much.
Always
and forever.
Fine.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we will continue to share
cute.
our stories as half Koreans.
So I'm getting loopy. I need to eat something.
Yeah. Let's see. How long do your shoots last? For example, your interviews / story videos. How about the editing?
Good question.
It really depends. Like, for example, when I interviewed Cindy Wilson, the Korean adopted by the Black family, it was just a matter of me interviewing her, and that probably took about an hour, and then editing that, which I don't know, could be anywhere from 4 to 6 hours of interview like that. But when I did my stories from the Soul series, where it was a little bit more produced, different camera angles, setup time was maybe an hour, interviewing.
Setup time was way more than an hour, the first time.
Yeah, and then interviewing. I mean, the interview itself is like, it's usually for me, it's not as long. It's you know, just depends on the conversation.
Yeah.
And the editing, depending on what I want to do, if I want to use a lot of supporting footage and B-roll and other videos, that will take probably 8 to 12 hours, like a more well-produced, you know, video.
Right. For something like Color Pool, though, what about that?
Color Pool, I mean, we shot that in, what, 3 hours?
Filming was 3 hours.
And
that was really run and gun.
Yeah.
Gun and run?
Run and gun.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were just like, we had the camera, had somewhat of a plan, but mostly no. And then we just shot it. And then the editing for that one actually took longer than
the editing
expected.
was long.
Yeah, so that took...
Because you're trying all kinds of new things. And it has to really flow well. Yeah.
So, I mean, a video like that can take me anywhere from, I would say, 8 hours to like 16 or 20. Yeah. But yeah, it really depends. It really depends. But like our talking videos, for example, on the channel, where we just sit down in front of the camera, those don't take as long. You know, obviously we'll shoot the video, and then editing will take anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, and then I'll color grade, and then bam, it's finished. Yeah.
It just really depends. Let's see. Lisa's GTO says, also, what are the places to visit if we vacation there? Where are the best hotels that are not touristy? That's a great question, Lisa. I think her name's Lisa. Lisa's. The best places to visit if we vacation there. Well,
I guess it depends on what you want to do here. Do you want to shop? Do you want to eat? Do you want to see a lot of the like rural side of Korea? Do you want to see mountains, go hiking? So a very popular beach city is Busan. It's the second largest city in Korea.
Yeosu, go to Yeosu.
Yeosu is smaller. It's more of a local beach city. Very beautiful. We went there, and we did a vlog on that, so you can check out a little bit about Yeosu. Busan is more city, but so if you want more people, they have beaches there, and
it's quite touristy though, I would say.
Yeah, it is touristy actually.
Go to Jeju-do.
Jeju-do?
Hands down, Jeju-do.
Yeah, so Jeju Island. So Jeju Island, Yeosu for like beach areas that are not touristy. Busan if you want more people. I've never been there.
Sokcho is really pretty. Sokcho and Gangneung. Sokcho and Gangneung.
I've never been there.
Trip.
I wish
really nice.
Yeah, Gangneung is really beautiful from what I see.
Very good to go during New Year's.
Yeah, rural, like if mountainside. I don't know too much about rural Korea.
But the thing is, like there are certain spots. Like my aunt, she runs a hostel in one of the mountain cities. They're very tiny towns, very like old Korean style living, and then you can rent out like rooms in a nice hostel like up in the mountains, and then people spend the time just hiking or wandering around the village. You can get a really good idea of what rural Korea looks like. Yeah. As for best hotels, it just depends. Like if you want something really glitzy and glam, of course there are really nice spots like Banyan Tree, Conrad, right, basic ones. Or you can go stay actually in the Korean traditional housing, Hanok. Sometimes those are open for rent. Or there's like those hostel, like I mentioned, like my my aunt runs one, very Korean style. People all gather in the evening at night and barbecue together, you know. It just depends what you're looking for.
Right. Yeah. There's, let me see. Actually, Lisa's, let me recommend a Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, let me recommend a group. Actually, it's it's a guy that I worked with my first year here as a teacher. He was an English teacher, and I'm not sure if he's doing that now, but he runs a Facebook group that he started like recently, and it grew. But it's very resourceful, and he's very responsive. He knows so much. He knows way more about Korea than I do. He's from the UK. So let me find that, and I'll post it in the chat.
Cam said, and I think you're just gonna love this comment. Cam said, meow.
That's
and
cute.
he
That's
said,
cute.
Can we choose the name for the cat? Hey!
There is no cat, though.
If you get me a cat, of course, all of this is pending on if I get the audition today. But if I get it, and then say you adopt me a cat, look, I will be open to hearing suggestions, Cam. I'll be honest. I'm a bit particular about.
Do you already have names in mind, though?
Names. Yeah, cats should have very classy names. I don't want anything like puffball or sneakers. You know. Are
you gonna do like a Korean name, like a Konglish name?
Maybe. Yeah.
Those are cute.
Those are cute. Something you can start thinking.
Yeah, Lisa's. I just sent the link in the chat. If you can, join that group and then just see what's in the group, and you can ask a question if you like. It's gonna be far more resourceful than I think, just from the two of us, because there's a lot of people in there that have experience in Korea. So so definitely check that out.
Hanok sometimes is on Airbnb. Sometimes you can find it on Airbnb. Hey, Emily said, nice, make that a Patreon thing.
Oh, snap.
Oh!
Yeah, if you want to name the cat that she doesn't have, and I don't know if she will have, then join Patreon.
This is the way for me to get a cat. This is how I can get a cat, guys. Join Patreon. That's actually really good. I'm not kidding. But please don't submit anything like Catty McCatface or anything like that, okay? I like classic names. Yeah,
Colin actually has a good question. Let me share some more links as well. Okay. Colin says, "Do I have any videos on theme parks?" I have 2 videos on the channel. 1, 2, maybe 3. No, I have 2 actually. One is Lotte World, which is a theme park in Seoul, and one is Everland, which is outside of Seoul.
But you also did your Samsung videos for
Exactly. So
you did videos for Samsung at Everland, and those ones are really nice.
So you
can get a good idea what it's like. But
those are better.
We didn't do one together.
No, we didn't. I don't know if that's what you're asking, actually.
I am so fun at theme parks. I love theme parks. Let's see. I once passed out on a roller coaster. Did you know that?
No.
I did. I once passed out.
Really?
Yeah. It was like the ones. This is what it was like. Whoosh, it goes backwards, whoosh, and then it goes one more time the opposite direction. So you're going forward and then back. I made it through the first one, and I was like, okay, I'm done. But then it goes backwards, and when I went backwards, I don't know what it was, like the torque or something. When I went backwards, I just completely blacked out, and all I remember was the roller coaster ending, and I was like, ooh, and then I was so dizzy for the rest of the day.
It's tragic.
Yeah, it was tragic.
It's crazy.
Roller coasters are fun though.
I love roller coasters. Yeah, so let me share those. These are throwbacks too. These are 2 years ago.
Vicky, I'll let you know if I get the audition. It's actually in 1 hour. So I'll have to leave this live stream probably like 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So I can
we'll close it out.
Ready and go.
I'm just trying to share all these old videos. Go back and watch them, yo.
Hey, we have one from BL07657. Hey, SkyCedi, this is Pobe. Pobe?
Pobe?
Pobe.
Oh, Pobe.
It's good to see you doing well in Korea. Get the lady a cat.
Yo, Pobe is one of my closest friends from Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, her and her sister. Should be.
Thank you.
Yo, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for the.
We gotta connect, man. We gotta
what
catch
breed
up.
of cat do you have in mind? You know, everyone wants to talk about the cat now. Guys, I gotta get the commercial first today. Please wish me luck. Colin, for types of cats, this is probably too expensive, honestly. And I'm just gonna adopt because there's so many cats that need a good home. But I love, we're talking about breed, I love the ones that look like little tigers. Like they look like little tigers or they look like little jaguars. I like that pattern. Okay, but I think what's most important is giving a cat a good home and their personality. I kind of want like a kenyangi, like a cat that acts like a dog, you know? They like hanging out with you. They're fun.
So, alright, so here's the thing. I grew up with my mom hating cats for some reason, so that's why I'm just like, I don't hate cats by any means. I'm not used to that idea. But I love dogs. I just don't want to raise one because there's so much like responsibility, and I'm always out and about.
You're more of a gerbil person.
Gerbil?
Just kidding. You're more of a cat person, I think. You like cats.
Yeah, I think I would probably enjoy cats because
like
they don't seem to be high maintenance as long as they don't scratch up on my stuff.
They don't scratch up your stuff. So we have one here from Lisa who said Esmeralda or Esme for short for a cat name. You know, I would name a cat that if it was a black cat with green eyes. Esmeralda. That's a nice name.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Lovely park. You should go there for a date. That's a good idea, Emily. I haven't been for years. The last time I went, it was the dead of winter. And so inside it was super hot. Air, like, heating was on.
Tamalote?
Yeah. The heating was on, so I was wearing, like, my big coat. So I go inside, I take out everything. I go outside. It's freezing, so I put it all back on. And it was so cold. I was like, let's go back inside. Go back inside. It was so hot. It was just a really wata-gata experience.
Yeah.
We should go again.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
JTVLA. Hi guys, showing love from Boston, USA. Cedric, I'm strongly considering doing a year abroad in Korea from your videos. I'm also a fellow POC. Happy to see the content you guys are churning out.
Oh, awesome.
That is cool.
Yo, that'd be really cool if you could spend a year here. I think it'd be very
eye-opening.
Yeah.
And enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad the videos have been hopefully helpful. So yeah.
Team get Becky. You guys are the best. You're the best.
So
I hope it happens. Please, commercial, please.
Yeah. Bobe, if you're still in the chat, we gotta definitely like FaceTime soon. Definitely gotta FaceTime. I gotta FaceTime Joe as well.
You do. All your friends. I'm telling him at least once every 2 or 3 days. Hey, did you contact so and so?
So here's the thing. I'm really bad with, like, I love my friends. I really do. They probably don't think I do because I never
he loves them in here.
Yeah, and I talk about them all the time, but I never like...
You never contact them.
I used to be like that with my mom. Like, when I was living in Jersey, like, I would never call her, but I love her so much.
Yeah.
So she would call me.
Literally, we'll be, like, on the bus, and I'll be like, hey, did you contact this person? And then you'll be like, oh, man, I love him. Yeah, we need to hang. I'm like, why didn't you send him a message? And I says, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm calling. I literally call at least 1 or 2 friends every day, and we just chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pobe says, please make time for me anytime for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Caroline asked, or Carolyn, are you planning on making any music videos since you're good in making music?
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a very good question.
Yes, we are. We're trying to get everything situated, honestly. We're still playing a bit of catch up, but when that happens, I want to make a song. I have a couple songs in mind, and we just need to produce it. And then, I want to make really cool music videos to go with it. Yeah,
so once I get my new cinema camera, C300 Mark III.
Once I get a cat, it will happen.
There
you go.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because, like, we're both, like, music is probably our first loves, I guess we can say, creatively. So.
I would say so, honestly. You know, the reason that I started making videos at all was because I wanted to make music videos. So some of my earliest videos are music videos that I made. They're bad. Hey, I did one to Love Bug by the Jonas Brothers. Did you watch that?
Probably.
It's pretty funny.
Is it on your channel?
Nope.
We'll save that for the reaction video.
Oh gosh, it's really funny. Yeah, but it's all because of music.
Yeah.
Estrella is pretty. Barley, Svetka, Bailey, and Buka. Those are really cute names. I don't know what I'd name my cat. Something like Dumbledore. Do you know who Dumbledore is?
Is it Harry Potter?
Okay, that was a lucky guess. He doesn't know anything Harry Potter.
Nope. I'm good. I might have offended some people. I haven't read Harry Potter yet, or watched the movies. So, anyway, I'm sorry.
There's a hole in my heart that is yet to be filled. I bought the books in Korean so that we would read it in Korean to help him practice his Korean and also read Harry Potter. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But he still doesn't.
I read a few pages.
What's your houses, guys? Guess what my house is? It's quite apparent. We don't know what his is yet.
Is it like Gryffindor or something like that? Is that a house?
You let people guess what it is.
Oh, I don't remember. Gryffindor?
Yeah. I'm a Gryffindor. Dumbles.
Yo, Cam. I think Cam is turned into a cat now.
I think so. He doesn't say anything, just meow.
Oh man.
That's funny. Yeah. I love Harry Potter so much. I think it's too early to show people that side, but throw me any question and I will answer it about Harry Potter. I mean it. Anything.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, we got a Hufflepuff. Emily, I thought you were a Hufflepuff. I just get feels.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's probably about time to wrap it up. So
Wrap
probably
it up.
next 2 minutes or so.
Wrap it up in the next 2 minutes or so.
So I got a lot of editing to do, but I gotta work out.
Editing to do and gotta work out. Yeah. I also have to go. I'm gonna go straight to the audition. I'm meeting the director today, so if I can win him over, I'll get myself a cat. You'll get me a cat. We ought to make that a tier. You know what? We'll decide. We'll decide, okay? If I get the audition, I'll let you guys know, and then you will know if the cat operation is happening if it appears on Patreon. So you want to know, you have to get on Patreon. Oh,
I like that.
I just
I like
dropped
that.
it. So if you get on Patreon, oh, this is even better. I'll reveal it on our special SkyCedi crew Instagram page. That's where I'll reveal it. And if you want to know, you have to follow it. If you want to follow it, you have to be Patreon. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little weird there.
On that note.
That's what we're going to find out. We have a lot of Hufflepuffs here. Lord of the Rings. Yes. Thanks, everybody. Buena suerte. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Emily and Cam. Cam became human once again. All right, guys.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is such a fun Saturday morning.
I know. This is so fun.
Yeah, so we'll probably
Thank
stream
you,
very
Lisa.
soon. I would say in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll do another stream on a
2 or 3
Saturday.
hours.
2-3 hours. Maybe on Instagram. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a random Instagram live.
Oh.
But yeah, if you guys are not following us on Instagram, our main accounts, you know, I'm at SkyCedi. She's at Sincerely Becky W. So yeah, make sure you guys follow us there. And again, you know, feel free to drop by our Patreon page, and you know, any consideration, any amount would be great. And if not, that's great too. We're still gonna rock together, and we're still gonna bring you guys good content, no matter what. And yeah, the whole cat thing, we'll see what happens with that. So
We'll see
yeah,
what
yeah.
happens.
So guys, make sure that you are staying safe wherever you are throughout this crazy situation. It's still not over. As you can see, even in Korea, though our cases are like well managed, it's still not over, and we still have to be careful.
Constant vigilance.
That.
Does anyone know where that's from? Come on, you know where that's from.
Harry Potter?
Yeah, which book?
The second one?
They'll know.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you guys for joining the stream, and we will see you soon.
On the other side. So remember to always. Do you end it with like the live streams?
I don't know. You've been on the last couple live streams. Do we end it like that?
I just blacked out.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, remember to always seize the day. Peace.